morning. I've gone out again for another walk, somewhere I've been many times over the years. We're looking up at Pico de Caballo from a place called, I forget what the name is. We're just above the country known as El Hervidero, the boiler, the kettle, something like that. We're at, I've just been looking it up, about 4,500 foot up, and there's a very fresh breeze. Sun's there, but it's hiding behind a cloud right now, and we're going to take a walk just down the valley. Not sure how far we're going to go. Here there's some interesting things. The principal one right where we are now is the Canal de la Espartera, so the Esparto Grass Canal. I won't tell you too much about that one, that's for another time, but anyway, it should be an interesting walk. So the first part of this walk, we're looking down over the Dilar Valley. In front of us we've got the Alayos de Dilar. It's like a mountain range, very serrated, and if I focus in on the left we'll see Pico de Caballo, which is now nicely illuminated by the sun. Here we go. To get up here, it's there's a track. Normally quite easy driving. It's not metalled or anything like that, but when it's wet it can be a little bit treacherous, so I would have liked to have come out a few days ago, because this whole range there in front of us was covered in snow, but I didn't think the track would really be up to doing it. I mean, I've just got a normal car, and I think apt for doing anything particularly off-road. Good enough. If the track's dry, then yeah, there are plenty of ruts and what have you. You can't go too fast, but you can do it in a normal car. There's I forget how many feet, it may be 700 foot down to the valley base here. We won't be heading off to the valley base, we're going to be heading off around the mountain. Fortunately, the first part we've got to go downhill, which means on the way back we've got to come back uphill. So I said I wouldn't say anything, but I'm going to break it. Just across here, the horizontal line is a canal for bringing water all the way along the mountains and then to a hydroelectric power station. But I won't say any more than that, because that's for another time. Looks like somebody's doing a proper video over there. Sun reflectors and everything. What they're doing, I don't know. So this is a walk that I've done several times before. Often we just come up here and just do a little stroll towards the right, which we'll pan in and have a look at in a minute. So what you've got there is the peak known as the Boca de Pesca. It's a fairly straightforward straightforward path. So we head a little bit further around the valley. It a little bit places where you've got to be a little bit more careful, but perfectly good walking. Like I say, the last few days have been dry, and as soon as the sun gets up at this time of the year, then it'll start to melt off the snow. But there's so much up there now, it's going to last for at least another couple of months before it'll start to look bare right up the top. And you can see the canal in the background again, which I said I wouldn't tell you anything about. As we get further along the path, then you can start to hear a roar. And this is the river that you can hear. And it's a long way down. There are some really good-looking waterfalls. Nothing particularly high, or particularly big, wide, or anything like that, but they just nestle their way into the valley and create a noise which echoes around. I think probably going to go as far as a headland, where we'll be able to perhaps focus in and see down to it, and perhaps listen to the roar, though it's probably still early for the meltwater to be getting down. Now, coming up ahead, we can start to see a slight change in the bedrock. There's been fairly solid ground here, but up ahead, I think it's what's called dolomite, and it's often quarried, crushed, and then becomes aggregates for building material. Obviously, where we are here is a long way from any road, in order that the rock here could be used. But in other parts, you will find active quarries. Well, I suppose inactive ones as well. But all of a sudden, the landscape changed. So that was clever. It says the memory card on my video camera is full, but I emptied the memory yesterday, so quite what's happened there I don't know. So back on the backup video camera, here you can see the change of landscape from the green shrubs over on this side into the grey, I believe it's dolomite. Not sure if that is the right word in English. Anyway, it's a short traverse over this part, and then we'll see the valley open up before us. You get some magnificent views looking through this arid landscape, the higher mountains on the right and the snow top peaks in the background, a little bit of blue sky and some clouds. It is just fantastic walking. The sun is dancing behind clouds at the moment, but when it's out, then you know you're heading into spring, because it's hot. You could do these walks later on in the year, but this is the best time to do them, undoubtedly. So this is one of the places where you've, just got to be alert. Nothing particularly difficult. Path's not particularly wide, it's steep and the ground is a little bit unstable, but nothing out of the ordinary really. So quite safe to walk. Might not look it. Don't know how this is going to look on camera, but no problem at all. Now, as far as I recall, we're coming across the end of this particular section, and I think it then drops into a valley, then comes up onto a viewpoint. Maybe we'll get as far as the viewpoint where we can see or try and see the waterfalls. Yeah, as I thought, we're just coming out of the Dolomite, as I call it, area, and it's starting to revert to the green shrubs that we saw at the start. And we're starting to go downhill yet again. And I think we should start to hear the water soon. Maybe, as I say, there isn't a huge amount of meltwater at the moment. Yep, so we're now out of the arid area and back into more solid rock. Lots of shrubs. It's great straightforward walking, as I said before. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's just, well, I don't know. I've walked this part many times now, but I still find it a joy to watch, and I hope you find it too. I apologise for the dodgy camera work and the whittering on. Maybe over time I'll be able to get better cameras and perhaps even prepare what I'm going to say before I say it. Anyway, I'm going to switch off here. So I'm not sure if what I was telling you about earlier has actually come out. Anyway, we're looking for the canal, and you can just make out a man-made structure there, and that's the canal going from one side through the rock to the other. So you probably get a better view of it from here. Just try and focus in. It's a devil's job on a mobile to do these things, but let's give it a go. There we go, the centre there. There's not much to be seen, and I think it would be possible to scramble up the this gully to get there, but be alright going up. Might be a different story coming down. So a nice butterfly just settled itself down there. I wonder if that's just come out of its chrysalis. So this is where we've come from. This is the deep gully where, if you look carefully, you can see where the canal has traversed the rock face. It's really not very obvious, I have to admit, but it is there. I think roughly about now you should see some evidence. You have to look for the straight lines as they give away. Anyway, carry on for a little bit further. So we're now exiting the valley. Just going to turn you around. You can see where we've gone in. See the peak known as Boca de Pesca, Fish's Mouth. Could that be? Maybe. Not sure quite why. Yeah, I suppose maybe the form. We'll have a look at that when we come back. The wind had just started to get up. Had one of these cold sounded gushes as it goes through the trees. Anyway, we're not too far away from the lookout, and I think I can start to hear the water above the general wind. Yes, it's definitely water. So we keep going. You can definitely hear a mix of sounds. Really don't know how well this will be picked up on the camera. It might be making a dreadful sound. I hope not. But hopefully the viewpoint is just round the corner. We'll get a view. Memory serves, we're just coming up to it now. Okay, so probably in the middle of the view you can see something. Let's try and focus the camera in, or the telephone should I say. Oh, there we go, it's in the centre there. One of these, I should have some film from last year, a little bit later on, maybe in June when I came back. I did this whole walk to last year to get to the take-off point for the canal. It was quite a walk to do in one afternoon, I'll tell you that. But I did get to do it. It was a real struggle coming back, but that's another story. But then I spotted that there was a branch heading off down to the valley floor, which I said, oh well, I'll come back for that. And I'm not sure whether it's this particular waterfall. There's more than one. So recommended internet YouTube viewing for these kind of things, these kind of walks, is a chap called Carlos who runs the GPS Malaga channel. Some wonderful videos, and there's no, generally speaking, there isn't any narration. Some nice music, relatively short, well worth looking at, and he'll take you to lots of places like this. So high up the valley, maybe 2 or 3 miles from here, maybe not quite so much, is where the canal takes its take from the river Dilar, and skirts round, well behind the tree of course, and traverses these rocky faces that we can see up here. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go too much further, because I've got to go and retrace my steps, but I'll see if I can get down to where the path branches. At least I don't think that's too much further, and then we'll see. So here we are at the dilemma. Well, I've come this far. Let's take the track a little bit and see where I can go. I'm not going to go too far. but I can't resist going and having another look at the waterfall. Tracks a lot worse coming down here. Not dangerous or anything, but not really so well defined. Maybe a little bit wetter as well. Anyway, I'm going to switch off now. So this is what I thought. There's less water here today than I recall when I was here last June, it might have been. Still quite spectacular. I don't think this is the waterfall that I saw from up above. I'm sure that's further downstream. And I did follow the tracks to see if I could get it, but it's quickly very undergrown, and to get down here is a bit of a scramble as well, as you can probably see. But still, I think the main path that people do comes up the valley floor, but again, that you need to choose the right time of year to do it, so that there's water but not too much. Anyway, what a wonderful sight this is. So I made it back up safely enough. I'm going to try and hot leg it back to the car and get home. We'll definitely sign this one off, but from the car park. And if there's something interesting worth seeing, then I'll make another clip as well, I'm sure. So I haven't seen a soul here, apart from the few people. That's the car park. It's a wonderful place to come. It really is. Highly recommended. Well off the beaten path, and not too many people know about it. And after they see my video, there'll be not too many people plus 10. Anyway, so does that look like a fish's head? Boca de pesca? Well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It's a wonderful sight. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Just get a little bit of footage on the way back. A different view from what we've seen, looking in the other direction. Same places, the same footpath. You get a better idea of the steepness of the slopes here. The paths are quite safe, wide and flat. So no worries. You can see it on the other side of the valley. I suppose there's another hour and a half of light. Probably once we come around this little prominent tree, the sun will be in our eyes again and we won't be able to see. But right now there's a really cool breeze. I've just got the sun on my face right now, probably not on the camera, on the phone rather, but we will do now. So I think I'll switch off. Is this what the moon looks like? Well, we'll never know, I suppose, but it's pretty lunar, I think. Anyway, so this is me back at the car park. You got the Fuentes hill behind us, and its associated valley behind. I'll see you again. Hope you've enjoyed the walk.